Hello everyone. In today's session, we will see how the circuit breakers are classified. Circuit breakers can be classified based on different criteria such as the intended voltage application, the location of the installation, their external design, and the insulating medium used for quenching the arc. So first, the classification based on voltage. So usually we know that is a low voltage, medium voltage, high voltage, and extra high voltage, right? So first one is the low voltage circuit breaker. So the circuit breaker rating, if it is less than 1 kV, we categorize it as low voltage circuit breaker. If the voltage range is between 1 kV to 52 kV, it is categorized as medium voltage circuit breaker. If the voltage is in between 66 to 220 kV, it is categorized as high voltage circuit breaker, whereas extra high voltage circuit breaker has the range 300 kV to 765 kV, and ultra high voltage circuit breaker is above 765 kV. And based on the location, the circuit breaker can be mounted either indoor or outdoor. So if an example of a circuit breaker which is located inside is low, medium and high voltage gas insulated switch gears, whereas the outdoor type, an example is air insulated switch gears. So if air is the medium, usually it is located outside. Next is based on the external design. So based on the external design, it is classified as dead tank type circuit breaker and live tank type circuit breaker. So both these external design, okay, is based on the circuit breaker which is mounted outdoor. It is not from indoor point of view. So the circuit breakers which are located outdoor, their design can be either dead tank type or it can be live tank type. So let us see what is this dead tank type and live tank type. So the first picture what you see here is for a dead tank type. Here you can observe there is a tank, okay, on which you have the insulators. So you have a tank. So inside this tank, the switching unit, that is the circuit breaker switching unit, is located inside this tank, and this metallic container is kept at ground potential or earth potential. So this is a dead tank type circuit breaker. So I repeat, the dead tank type circuit breaker, the switching unit of the circuit breaker is located inside this metallic container which is kept at earth potential. So all the incoming and outgoing conductors are taken through these insulated bushings, and it is possible to place these CTs on the top of this metallic container. Okay, and whereas in the live tank type circuit breaker, the circuit breaker and switching unit is located inside this insulator bushing, which is always at the line voltage, okay, which is connected to the line voltage. When you compare this live tank type and dead tank type circuit breaker, the live tank type circuit breakers are cheaper and they require very less space. Next classification, the last classification is based on what is the medium used to quench the arc. So we know that when there is a fault, the circuit breaker trips. Tripping is nothing but the moving contact getting separated from the fixed contact, and we have learned that when the contacts get separated, the arc is formed and the arc has to immediately quench. So to quench the arc, there are different mediums which are used. So based on which medium is used, the circuit breakers are classified as air brake circuit breakers, oil circuit breakers, air blast circuit breakers, sulfur hexafluoride, in short SF6 circuit breakers, and vacuum circuit breakers. So next session we will be dealing with each of these circuit breakers one by one. So mainly we have seen that the circuit breakers is classified based on the voltage, based on whether it is located inside or outside, based on the type of design, and mainly based on the arc quenching medium. So in this we will study only the circuit breakers based on the arc quenching medium. The next session will be on air brake and air blast circuit breakers. Thank you.